So self-improvement, explained simply, is basically literally improving yourself and your life in any way, shape, or form. Now, the misconception within self-improvement is that you're just isolating yourself all the time, kind of focusing only on yourself, grinding 24/7. But the thing is that self-improvement actually includes other things as well. It includes the external things, right? Outside of yourself as well. What does this mean, right? Your social skills, your dating life, your social life, right? These different things that you can actually level up as well. But the thing is that it's often best and easiest to start with yourself. Because once you actually get to know yourself, you get to know who you are as a person, that's when it suddenly becomes easier to actually love those around you. When you get to know yourself, when you're meditating, journaling, talking to yourself, getting to know your internal values, what you actually want to get out of your own life, that's when this starts to become easier to actually focus on these things. So where you should start is with your mental health. And you can start that meditating, journaling, reading books, leveling up your knowledge, finding out how to go about improving yourself. When you improve yourself, you're going to be happier with who you are as a person. You're going to be happier that you're actually trying to put in an effort to yourself and take care of yourself. And that in turn can make you better or happier in other situations, such as socializing and being with other people, and allow you to actually enjoy yourself. The downfall of a lot of people on self-improvement, right, is that they kind of set these goals for themselves. And if they don't achieve these amazing goals, then they get discouraged. But that's not how it should be. Every bit of progress, you need to be proud of every bit of progress that you actually make on this self-improvement journey, right? If you're doing one more push-up than you did yesterday, right? That's progress. If you've added 5 kilograms to your barbell squat since last week, that's still progress, right? So these small things, we need to be able to actually celebrate the progress that we make, appreciate the progress that we make, instead of torturing ourselves with constantly just telling ourselves we could have done better, we should have done better. That's not how it works. You're going to get discouraged and you're going to get off of self-improvement. What you need to do is recognize the progress that you actually made. Recognize the progress that you've made. Recognize all of your accomplishments, and you're more likely to actually continue. And sometimes you'll be taking smaller steps into the self-improvement journey before you actually start focusing on these other areas. And what does that mean, right? For example, it can mean first you're focusing on your mental health, getting to know yourself and loving yourself before you actually go out and improve your social skills, your social life, and improving your dating life. It can mean focusing on these things first before you expand on to these other things, before you try to start a business or do something that you actually love to do, try to create some sort of a project in that where you can actually get money from that, or any of these things, right? I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you recognize the progress that you made and you do the best that you can. If you're doing the best that you can, that's the best that you can do. You can't do any better than the best that you can. So as long as you're doing the best that you can and you know that you're genuinely doing the best that you can, you should be proud of yourself. You should appreciate the progress that you make every step of the way. And you shouldn't beat yourself up just because you were 2 kilograms shy or 5 kilograms shy of your goal for your barbell squat, for example. Just because you missed 1 day of training last week, you don't need to beat yourself up. Yes, can you do better in the future? Maybe, right? But you need to encourage yourself so that you actually keep going, because the thing about self-improvement is that consistency is what is actually going to get you the results that you want to see. And in order to achieve that consistency, you need to actually feel like sticking with it. And you're not going to feel like sticking with it if you keep beating yourself up for every little mistake that you make. So, in conclusion, Don't fall into the habit of beating yourself up over every little goal that you might have not been able to quite achieve. All right, and don't just think that self-improvement is all about being a lone wolf grinding all the time. That's not what it's about. You know, the other people in your life, this is a part of self-improvement as well. But often you want to start with yourself, get to know yourself, improve your mental health, love yourself, get to know who you are before you go out and do these other things. Now, if you're struggling with anything at all, and you just feel like venting or having someone to talk to, I will leave my email in the description below, and feel free to write me about anything.